WK17 of the National Football League. And up next, it's Deshaun Watson. After his last game, now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Browns and the Niners, and it comes your way next.
First opened in 1999. There's a good look at First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the San Francisco 49ers and the Cleveland Browns. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at our home side in this one. They know coming in they've got to be at their best because they're facing one of the better overall defenses in the NFL.
And this is not one of the better offenses around in terms of running the football. So they understand that they're going to be put to the test a bit. The big plays in the run game, they haven't been there of late. So maybe that means we'll see them shake things up a little bit. Some RPOs, some touch passes, some draw plays, anything to try and gain a little bit of momentum.
Cade York set to do the honors here, and we are underway from Cleveland. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
But when I reviewed last week's game and saw the 4 touchdown passes that he threw, I thought about you during the Turkey Bowl last year.
Yeah,
you guys
right.
had the same stats, except he got the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award with his.
He got touchdowns, I got picks. I like going back watching the film with you, and we thought it was a good performance in person, obviously was, but you thought even better on tape. It was really something to watch.
Yeah, but I love was how he spread it around. A lot of people involved in the passing offense. 4 touchdown passes culminated it.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 33 and a first. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercise before this one, and they're paying off.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now back to throw. That's caught. He finds Danny Gray. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 2nd and 4. The Niners at 12-3 now on the year. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Rolling to his right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. Calling no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll run for it with Barkley, and he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. So here comes the Browns offense with a long field ahead. Leading the charge will be their quarterback. Always fun to watch, Deshaun Watson.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And oh, that is going to be a safety.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
Automatic first down.
From the gun, it's a give. And oh, right away, he lost the football. And this is going to be 49er football.
Well, that sure started out as a good example of what they call backed up or coming out on offense, meaning you're backed up close to your own goal line. Big time emphasis on practicing that to try and create some room at no less to give the punter a chance to kick the ball away. It means take care of the ball, try and create some space. They were doing that, and the ball comes free.
The 49er offense, they're coming back out onto the field, and we're going to give you a look at the playoff picture now into the weekend in the NFC. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it, it's team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that #1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though you saw that one coming, it's intercepted, thrown back across his body. Picked off by Leo Chanel. And the Browns are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. He's got to clear his mind a little bit right now. 1 carry, and that carry was a lost fumble.
Clear his mind, clear his hands, and just let this one go. Sometimes it happens. You drop the ball, get a full game ahead of him, hand it to him again, see if they can start to produce.
After the interception, here's Watson. And Watson's going to go down in the end zone. It's a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. That's pulled in at the 32.
San Francisco's offense returns to the field. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Well, with Saquon Barkley, you often think of the elusiveness, the quickness, but he can definitely run with purpose as well, and he's able to shed a tackler there and continue on.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy's made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats.
Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped.
Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
A full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. On play action, they'll throw.
It's Barkley once again bringing in the catch.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. On second down, here's Barkley. And he's going to get this one down to the 30.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough at run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Finding Gray going across the field.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up the 1st and goal. Back to throw again. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll go as nearly a loss of 10 on 1st and goal, so a disaster there. It goes as a 9-yard loss on the sack. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How to get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that tuck rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Flushed out right.
And this pass caught by Gray. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one.
third down. They gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Gay's kick is good, and that will push the lead up to 5. So when you factor in the safety, this now a 5-point swing.
And look, I'm not going to turn away a 5-point swing because 5 points, that's valuable. Don't get me wrong on this. But if they could have taken that safety and added 7 to it, now you're talking about a really big swing.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Brought down on the play by Amani Hooker. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Well, this defense for the Niners, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
I have to admit I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. Escaping the pressure right. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
On 1st down, Watson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. From the red zone now, Watson. This is caught. Touchdown, Browns. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns have moved out in front.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is now 2. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And this shot downfield on 2nd down is brought in. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. They'll roll him out right. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion. This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They have the 1st down with that gain of 4 yards.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up 1st downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me. And the ball is knocked out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And now off to the races down the right side. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for Browns TD. Backbreaker, that'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw here. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into...
And it coughed it up. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. Here's Deshaun Watson and the Browns back to the field. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, Those body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of it.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Following that sack, Watson and the Browns backed up for a 3rd and long. They'll drop to throw. On the move to his left. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. Touchdown! Donovan Peoples-Jones. 43 yards. As his guys are able to extend their lead.
As you know, I love the players of the past. But the players of the present and their mobility to move around and play quarterback, we just saw the end result of a guy that can shake it and find the guy open downfield.
The York on now for the extra point. And that will make this a 16-point lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's capped off by the Browns' touchdown. Ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They go play action here on 1st down. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 46. They'll set up a throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. There's really no reason to change what they've been doing to this point. They've got the lead. They've looked good this first half.
I agree with you totally, and a lot of coordinators, play callers feel exactly the same way. Until you stop what I'm doing, Why should I make any changes? But there are a few that kind of outguess themselves or try to outguess the opponent, and they try to consider what they would do to take things away and go to those plays right away. It'll be fun to watch when they get to the second half to see which way they go.
Yeah, but to this point, it certainly hasn't been broke. We'll see if they try to fix anything. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
On 2nd and 9, Watson looking left side. It's complete. He's got it. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Nick Bosa in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? They go up the middle with Chubb. And they will advance this across midfield, but still well shy of a first as he's tackled at the 47. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. 9 seconds to play, and likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to let this one go deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right. They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We get started up in Maryland. The LA Rams in town for the rare visit as they take on Baltimore. And it's the Ravens who have the lead in that one. J.K. Dobbins with a touchdown run. From there, we head up to Foxborough to check on the Patriots at home at Gillette Stadium. And they've got the lead over the visiting Denver Broncos. Mac Jones with a couple of touchdown passes. Lastly, let's get you to MetLife Stadium to see what's happening with the Giants at home in East Rutherford. And it's the visiting LA Chargers who are out in front. Austin Eckler with a touchdown run. We continue on with a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Niners. And they've had plenty of success throwing the football so far this afternoon, as they're on pace to throw for over 300 yards if their form holds. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half. Final adjustments being made in the locker room. We're just about set for the second half from Cleveland, and to bring it your way, we go back up to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
From the 29, Watson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced the punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Back to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Buying time to his left. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give him 30 yards there.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And the Niners are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point, and what's usually a direct correlation, very few explosive plays. That's been their issue, not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a 1st down.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. This will be caught at about the 6. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Got to figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance. I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. They go with Chubb on second down. And some room to work. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
Following the penalty, Chubb. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Now this throw caught left side. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 45-yard line. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On first down, Chubb going to get forward for only about a couple. 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Throwing on third down, Watson. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
He certainly did his best to find something on that run, but there just wasn't enough time to make it happen. Nice effort there, avoiding the sack and getting back to the line of scrimmage. That one certainly could have ended up worse.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and the lead will hold at 13.
Wow, partner, it's almost a little jarring to see a holder set up on the other side of midfield. I haven't brought out my binoculars to make sure on that one. That is showing an awful lot of confidence in the kicker to try and hit from 61 yards, and this one winds up no good.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back to throw now on first down. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, right, on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and picks up good yardage. Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Touchdown, 49ers. Danny Gray, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Niners have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet, or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 21-15 game. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the drive culminated with the Danny Gray touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Browns offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. Well, including this week, 3 weeks remain in the regular season, Charles, and it is going to be interesting to see how this playoff picture sorts itself out before we head into the postseason.
Competitive, entertaining postseason, that's what we're always striving for. But I think we get it during the regular season, too, because you never know how things are going to go during the final weeks of the season. Every team pulling out all the stops to get a better seed or just to get one of those 7 seeds at the table.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. Some signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And again, it's Chubb. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 39. 43 yards on the ground for him so far. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. They'll try the air now with Watson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the 49ers are right back in this football game. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll move the chains.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 34. Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They keep it with Barkley on first down. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll look to throw. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And the 49ers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. They'll try and run forward with Barkley. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
Another try for Barkley. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. Defensively, they must have been expecting a pass. They were in the dime look out there.
I think maybe they were deciding to go with speed on the field rather than bulk. I'm with you, a little bit surprising. They wanted people to get...
And he is in as they have tied it late here in the final minute of the fourth quarter. Gay is on for the point after. And they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Saquon Barkley. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. So now it's Watson and the Browns. Down 22-21, 33 seconds to go. A fourth straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they've got it with a first down. To throw, Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Here's Watson. And this is not going to be what they needed. They get a few here, but now 3rd down as the clock runs. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Watson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they will get the conversion on 3rd down, but the clock, a more pressing factor. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Watson to throw. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. Now Watson. This for all the marbles. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Niners are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the 4th quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So for the Niners, they continue to show they're playoff ready as they move to 13-3 with 1 game remaining.
it's Madden NFL 23. And coming up, it's the 49ers leader at quarterback, as he's gone over 4,000 yards passing now for the year. It's the 49ers and the Steelers, and it comes your way next on Madden NFL 23.
From the host of Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016, there's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the San Francisco 49ers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at these 49ers as they interplay here. They come in off another victory a weekend ago. That ran their win streak up to 7 now.
And I think that win last week established them as Super Bowl frontrunners. They're playing with confidence and swagger, and you need that to go a long way.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Steelers, their long winning streak finally came to an end last week. A disappointing game for them, but still a heck of a run.
Indeed it was. What a great job by them putting together a streak. Now let's see how they rebound after a defeat.
Set to go, Young Wei Koo ready to do the honors. And we are underway from Santa Clara. This fielded right at the goal line. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Taking it right down Broadway. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, 49ers. So a heck of a start to this one. We haven't even gotten settled in already in the end zone on the opening kickoff.
And you know what happens, Tim? Now you got to translate what that means, because I think for a team that just scored, their defense, I think they'll be more aggressive now. They'll be bolder. They're playing with a lead and an early one and some momentum. So if you're the offensive coordinator on the other side of the field, you better be prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try and get another big score and a big one early.
Extra point by Gain is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So how about that for an intriguing start? The opening kickoff of the ball game, return for a touchdown. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. And leading them out is their fifth-year quarterback.
I think his task in this game is really simple. Eliminate the turnovers. He threw 2 interceptions last week. I can't believe I led with that because he had 3 touchdown passes.
Right.
So there's a lot of good that he did. But he's got to take care of the ball better. The ball has to go to guys wearing the jerseys that they're wearing this week, not the opposition.
The man who was a prep All-American in nearby Antioch, it's Najee Harris. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. This defense for the Niners, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. That's a great response. You give up the first score of the game, but you go right down yourselves and get the equalizer.
I just had a flashback there. I remember playing in a game like that in college where one of my teammates had said in the media that week, the opposite team would be lucky to cross our goal line. They crossed it in the first minute of the game. On our first offensive play, we scored to answer back. Something similar to what we just saw there.
Very similar to what we just saw. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And we are tied at 7. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. fielded just outside the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Here's 2nd and 8. Got a man, that's Ayuk. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he's going to have a Niners first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line. The Niners at 13-3 now on the year. And they come in on the heels of yet another victory. That ran their win streak, Charles, up to 7 now.
And I think that last win, that established them and stamped them, to me, as Super Bowl front runners. They're playing with extreme confidence, and you need that in order to go all the way.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Well, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well where you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely frees up your guys elsewhere. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 45-yard line. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Rolling to his right. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
They'll set up to throw. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Niners have taken the lead.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
Here's Gay now to add the extra point.
It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
2nd and 13. Looking deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And they punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. Now, this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back. They go play action here on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. They'll roll him out right. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down. Running left, it's Barkley. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. They'll run it again with Barkley.
Offside, Ethan.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Now a play fake here on first down. He'll buy some time right. Connects with Kittle underneath. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Miles Jack with a sack.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. They'll set up a throw. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. This will be, let's see, 38 yards out. And Gay knocks this one through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on. After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Kyle Pitts halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, he's regarded as one of the best athletes among NFL tight ends, Charles, and it certainly was on display right there. And as we've seen this league continue to grow and develop, I think the tight end position is becoming harder and harder to defend because now it's elite athletes playing that position, not just the big guys who can block. How about his ability to get downfield and make plays against any defense? Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard, and the last time out on the very first play of the drive, they threw that interception. And you definitely saw his coaches, teammates come over to him on the sideline, trying to help him shake it off because in this game, his team is down right now. So it's important to make sure you get some confidence back for both the quarterback and the entire offense. Otherwise, those mistakes could continue to pile up. On 2nd down, this is Harris. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice, dirty run that's a positive play for the offense. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. It's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think? And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 23 yards the pickup there. Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15.
Back to throw again. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
They'll try the right side with Harris. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Holding, offense.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. A hole to dig out of here, 2nd and 17.
Again, he'll drop to throw. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. They'll drop to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And in for the Steelers touchdown. A great effort there. 29 yards. And the Steelers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
As they began this last drive, things weren't exactly looking up for this offense. But after what they just did, putting the ball in the end zone, that took them away from the brink of possibly being knocked out of this game.
Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point.
It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken in at the 3.
Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
And while all of that was going on, we have an injured player out there in need of some attention.
And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Steelers have got it back to where they scored. In the 2nd quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
And the 49ers getting set to trot out there.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They're going to look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. This offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
And
a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Harris. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll look nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice you're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Handoff to Harris to begin the drive. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. He is putting on a show in this second quarter, racking up the receiving yards as he has a first down. Looking to throw. Out to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with him.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. It's a short one. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now back to throw. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk from 8 yards out. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
It's never fun for a defense to run on the field knowing that they're having to defend a short field. Just the idea of trying to limit an offense in that position, daunting for a defense.
Gay is on for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position and only one play to score it. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense.
I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. He'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they can just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. They'll look to throw again. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. He'll drop to throw. Bulldozes past him. And some room to maneuver. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 23. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Field goal coming from Younghoe Koo.
From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out.
Koo knocks this one through the post,
and that will close the gap down to 14. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's all down to this. Week 18 of the NFL regular season. Lots to be decided, so let's get right to it. We'll start our tour out in the City of Angels, Los Angeles. And it's the Bengals who are out in front as those two head towards the break. Joe Burrow with 3 touchdown passes. From there, we slide over to the desert to check on the Cardinals at home in Glendale. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Packers. Kyler Murray throwing the football well. He has 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's get you way up to Seattle. See what's happening with the Seahawks. And it's the visiting Minnesota Vikings who are out in front. Marquise Brown, a touchdown reception. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Steelers. And our statisticians got through a couple of pencils already. This offense is on pace for potentially 500 yards in passing. That's pretty incredible. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half. With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Yeah, Coach, certainly no shortage of action in those first two quarters. Definitely got to work on my touchdown calls, so we'll see how much voice I have left for the second half here.
The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. And the Steeler offense ready to get going here in this third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to make it 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Fielded at about the 28. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley takes it to about the 37.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. They go play action here on first down. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Tall task ahead of them here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return.
And out will come the offense as they take over.
Let's go now.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. Going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw again. Wide open receiver complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Oh, I think we all understand his disappointment. Didn't quite get to the end zone, and you know it's just got to be tough to see a yard line underneath you after a play like that. Still, all in all, a huge play, and now they're set up 1st and goal at the...
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are back within a score. So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taking it about the 1. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Niners set to take over on offense. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. They begin with a run by Barkley. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
That'll go for a gain of 7. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
Here we go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's caught at the 25. That one good for 37 yards.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure is good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
Again, he'll drop to throw. That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the 49ers go up by 2 touchdowns.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors. But that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And And the lead is up to 14. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was Brandon Ayuk capping it off with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, put the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They're going to look to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, was able to make the sure catch, and flip the down marker back to 1.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And this is caught inside the 5. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Steelers are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Coup for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Taken at the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Well, the 49ers settling in for their next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one flag, it appears that the answer is yes.
And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. And he's got his big tight end here. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. Well, clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play. Set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now...
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. A CD, a little bit of feast or famine for him. He's had some success throwing the football, but also now he's been sacked 4 times.
Yeah, you just mentioned the 4 sacks, but you're right. He has managed to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out and pick things up and give him more opportunities, and he has to help them by getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker as well.
We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and they will take over 1st and 10. So with the Steeler offense on their way out, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. Well, here we sit, week 17, just one more week in the regular season after this one. So if you're one of these teams trying to make a move and improve your spot or jump in from the outside, Charles, you better make that move now.
And these final games are often a good barometer for all those teams fighting for position or a wild card spot. They have to be able to get the job done these last 2 weeks before things get even tougher when the playoffs officially begin.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. 3rd and 7 now.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And it's fielded at the 34.
Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. Well, week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. A pass there over the middle to start things out. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
Barkley inside handoff. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
On play action, they'll throw. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline.
18 yards. 1st down, Niners.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down.
They'll look to throw. Rolling to his right.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he fires one incomplete.
Well, no surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Gay's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
And the Steelers set to take the field.
And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
Ready, go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. Now back to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
Let's go now.
Second and 5. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 29-yard line. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up.
Now this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteed quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he's going to go down here as sacked. They push him back to the 34. Nick Bosa able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. They'll look to throw here. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so because they don't catch all of them.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Niners are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all three timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
False start.
So pin that one on the rookie right tackle.
Remember those days when the right side was simply the run-blocking side? Now you're dealing with some of the better pass rushers in the league. It'll make you a little jittery.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now the Steelers use the first of their three timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Let's go now.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll set up a throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout, as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Looking to throw. That is knocked away and incomplete, but a penalty flag. In the backfield, this might be a roughing call. So a roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around, and we know they'll be here before you know it.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Looking middle, and that's complete. Touchdown. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Niners extend their 4th quarter lead, and they are closing in now on a 14-win campaign.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Gay is on for the point after. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his throw is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for San Francisco, they get yet another victory to finish the year at 14-3 overall. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they wanted desperately to finish above 500, but that will not happen as it is an 8-9 season in the end. And they can take solace in the fact that this team never quit all the way to the end.